My simple objective behind attending the early entrepreneurship program was to understand what the process of becoming an entrepreneur is. I was really interested in business. I was really interested in the concept of making money through say trading of stuff or through creating something or value creation in itself. So I wanted to understand. I'd been a part of a couple of programs wherein you to submit your business idea, wherein you to submit a full-fledged business plan for a pitch or something, right? But I wanted to understand the process, the ethos of the whole thing, and I wanted to interact with people. And I had this craving. We've been sitting at home for like a year now, and I had this very innate craving of interacting with people and interacting with smart people. And so, a very fundamental reason behind doing a program such as this was also interaction. And as Rishi used to tell us, network building. That was one thing, and the other thing was obviously I wanted to understand the ethos of the whole process. So yeah. Right. So what excites me most about entrepreneurship is value creation, the idea of value creation in terms of its monetary aspect, and value creation in terms of the multitude of ways that it impacts people's lives. Entrepreneurship and job creation and new ideas, how they impact people's life, and by impacting people's lives, the way that they create money for yourself, for the employees, for your investors, and for everyone else around you. That is what fascinates me most about entrepreneurship. Well, there's this. I like to think of it as investment. The fundamental rule of investment is the earlier you start, the better you are, the better off you are at the end of the road. So, entrepreneurship in itself is an investment in yourself and in your surroundings and in your idea. So the earlier you start, the better off you are at the end of the road, or in the middle of the road, or in fact throughout the journey, throughout the process, you are better off because you've had more exposure, you've made more mistakes, and in general you've had more time to yourself and to internalize with the multitude of mistakes and learnings that you get throughout that process. So that is why I think it's early. It's very essential to start early. It was when Greta put us into breakout rooms and asked us to share something very personal that you wouldn't share with 5 people who you just met on the screen 4 days ago. So I talked about being very confident in public, and the kind of outlook that I present, that I'm very confident that I know what I'm doing. But I told my group and I shared it with my group, that I am kind of unconfident and underconfident about my body, and that I am not in perfect shape, or I am not somebody who's blessed with a let's just say with a good height or something of that sort. So yeah, I shared that with those 4 people, and I did not feel uncomfortable at all sharing that. And yeah, that is something that really stood out for me, not because of some academic or learning perspective, but from an internalizing perspective. So the kind of change that I'm experiencing in my own self is the fact that now I know that I need to get my hands dirty. And that is one thing that I've taken away, that you need to get your hands dirty. Fun fact, I did not get to know, I am not on LinkedIn as of now. I'm planning to create a LinkedIn profile. And so there's this guy called Ankur Warikoo. He's the founder of Nearby. And that guy just really fascinates me. And had I not attended this conference, I don't think so I would have had the courage to email him. I just emailed him. And I emailed him last evening, say around 5-6 o'clock. True story. I emailed him, and I did not send my resume. I did not send anything. I just said that the fact that I'm emailing you, I think it's enough to justify that I'm really that I really want to work with you, or I even do not know what I want to do, but I just want to learn things from you, and you as a person really fascinate me. And I'm just hoping that he replies someday or the other, and if not, I'll email him again, because it's one thing I've understood, there is no harm, trying things out and reaching out to people. If it works, it works. If it does not, you just get along with it. Take it with a pinch of salt and get along with it. So yeah, it has made me realize that reaching out to people is not that hard, and you can practically reach out to anyone if you want to. So yeah, that is one thing that I think has changed in me. Well, they fundamentally provide you with a platform, as in they lay out a roadmap. That is one thing, that is one thing for sure, that they kind of tell you what you have to do. And secondly, the most important thing is they break what I like to call the barriers to entry. There's this psychological barrier that you have inside your head that starting a business, starting a venture is not that is relatively hard. And if you want to do something like that, essentially you first go to college, you have a degree in hand, you are employable, and so on and so forth. But essentially, what it does, any program such as this does for you, is that it breaks your barriers to entry, your psychological barriers to entry, and it kind of puts this into your head that it's not that hard, and if you're passionate about it and you enjoy what you're doing, it'll seriously not be that hard, and it'll be easier than expected, and it'll just come along. So my entrepreneurship project was about the immigration industry. So my dad is in the business itself, the immigration business, and I knew the nuances of the whole thing, and I knew a couple of things, and I'd observed over the years some problems in the industry that you won't get Googling, that you won't find answers to on Google, because I'd seen that happen in offices in inside of things, So that was one problem that I wanted to solve. That fundamentally I wanted to improve and capitalize on the unorganized structure of the whole business, of the whole industry, because it is a big industry, and it happens to fascinate me. And I'm not very sure if I'll pursue it in the long term, or I'll do something about it. But that was my project on the end of the 7th day. I'm really interested in stocks and in real estate and things such as these. So yeah, key takeaways, one of them I could think of from the top of my head was fundraising is not that is not a very say a rosy picture. It's not a bed of roses. It's merrier. It's not as merry as it is projected in the venture capitalist world. And fundraising is hard. And once you raise funds, to manage those funds, that is also hard. And I realized that bootstrapping is a viable option. And in fact, unless and until there's a very dire need of raising funds, you should probably stay away from it. That is one thing that I took away from Mr. Chandok.